In my last video, I did promise you that this video will be on multiplication of algebraic terms. But going back to my notes, I noticed I omitted some things in addition and subtraction of algebra, which I have not done the videos. So I decided to just compile all of them in this video so that you have the full package of addition and subtraction of algebraic terms. Today we are going to be looking at irresolvable algebraic expressions. There are some expressions that we cannot resolve in algebra. First, like last time we dealt with things like 5a plus 4a, which I told you the main thing you do is 5 plus 4, which is 9, and you put your a. 7x plus 2x is 9x plus 5x is what? 14x. 9x plus 5x is 14x minus 4x is 10x. We didn't have this kind of example in our last video where plus and minus can be on the same algebraic sentence. And in this case, 4k minus 2k is 5k plus 6k, and that is 11k. So when I'll be giving you assignments, I'm going to put this kind of algebraic sentences for you to resolve. Then we now go into what we have more for today: irresolvable algebraic expressions. Let's say let A represent pens and let X represent markers. So we have our pens and markers. What I have 5 pens here with me. I have 5 pens here with me, and I have 2 markers. Let A represent pens. We have 5A, and let S represent markers. We have 2 markers here. That is 2x. Now we have 5a plus 2x. When you see expressions like this, now let's do this. We have 5 pens here, we have 2 markers. When you join your pens and your markers together, you find out that what you have here remains 5 pens and 2 markers. When I ask students these questions, I will say 7. They don't know whether to say 7 markers or 7 pens or 7 whatever. You find out that these things we are not able to join. You couldn't join them. So even in mathematics, since in real life we couldn't join them, so in mathematics it wouldn't have a new answer. What we say is 5a plus 2x is what? Irresolvable. In maths, the answer to 5a plus 2x remains 5a plus 2x. And if you have 5a, that means pens, 5 pens. You bring these 5 pens, these are your 5 pens, minus 2s. X represent marker. You can't subtract marker from these 5 pens. So it's something you cannot do. And this the same way in algebra, if you have 5a minus 2x, the answer remains 5a minus 2x. We say this expression is irresolvable. So when you see two different terms in any algebraic expression, is irresolvable. And now this will now take us to what I tag basic algebraic terminologies. Like you see one here, see 6x, 2, 3x plus 5. Here you see p plus 2p plus 7p, 8x plus 5p plus 3x plus this. I just want to differentiate the difference between term, expression, and equation. That's what we are doing in these basic algebraic terminologies. Like you can see me mentioning expression, terms. Some of you might start feeling confused. Like when I say this expression is irresolvable. Now, all these things, one, two, all these things in algebra are called expression, provided you've written something that has to do with x. Even all of them are all expressions. But like this one now, 5, when you see an equal sign, it is called an equation. When there is an equal sign, it's called an equation. But when there is no equal sign, it is called expression. And oftentimes, even the equation can also be called, is also an expression. But when we see when you have the equal sign, we really call it equation. Then these ones are called expressions. Then in these expressions now, this expression has only the s term, that is 6x. This expression has an s term and what a maths will call a constant, that is a number, is called constant. Or here, let's just say a number. In this third one, we have all the expressions here are just p. It has three p terms here. All these are called term. This is a term. So these three terms form this expression. And a term alone, like 6s here, can also form an expression. The number 4 here, you see x and p. Now, this is an expression of both x and p terms and a constant. This is an expression of an x term and a constant. This is an expression containing only an x term. This is an expression containing 3p terms. And this is an equation because of this equal sign. The moment this is number 5, not equal to. When you see any equal sign in algebra, this is an expression and this is a number. Certain times, two expressions might be equated. You can have 7x plus 5 is equal to 6x minus 2. This is an expression. This is an expression. We are equating this expression to this expression. Then the whole of this is an equation because of the equal sign. So if we go back to these irresolvable expressions, now find out that these are the expressions that we are given: 5a plus 2x, 5a minus 2x. So it can continue plus 60 plus 7z, provided you have different terms here. The terms are not the same. You cannot resolve them. But if you have 5a plus 6a plus a, the terms are the same. This is resolvable. This 11, 5 plus 6, 11 plus 1 here, that is 12a. This is a resolvable term. But the moment the terms are not the same, you cannot resolve them. So at this point, let's go into resolving lengthy algebraic expressions. Okay, in this case, we are resolving lengthy expressions. This is almost like the ones we did earlier, but the only thing is that we are making it a bit longer. So there are two ways we can resolve these expressions. The first one is like if you're given number one, 7 hour plus 4 hour plus 11 hour. One way is to add it step by step. The second way is to just add your 7 plus 4. That will give you 11. 11 plus 11 is 22. And since you're dealing with hour, you have your 22 hour. Another way is to do it step by step. 7 hour plus 4 hour will give you 11 hour. And 11 hour plus 11 hour will now give you 22 hour. We take the second one, number two, 8w plus 7w plus 3w plus w. Either you add just these numbers, 8 plus 7, 15, plus 3, 18, plus 1, 19. That is 19w. Or we can take it step by step. We add these two first, 8w plus 7w will give us 15w. Then bring this one down, plus 3w plus w. 15w plus 3w will give you 18w plus w. And that will give us 19w. The same thing you will do here, just take it systematically and you will get your answer. So you can take this as your classwork and I'll be right back. I hope you did your classwork and now let's continue. I told you either you add these numbers, 9 plus 5 is 14, plus 7, 21, plus 4, 25, plus 1 here, that is 26. And we are dealing with A, you have A. Or 5A plus 9A will give us 14A plus 7A plus 4A plus A. 14A plus 7A will give us 21A plus 4A plus A. 21A plus 4A will give us 25A plus A. 25A plus A will give us 26A. Some people like taking it sequentially like this. Okay, we have 26A here. To add these numbers, to have your 26A, while some will take it this way to have their answers. Any way you want to do it, you just be fine with it. And now we are going to look into the same resolving lengthy expression, but now we are going to do subtraction. We'll try not to include things like 5a plus 9a minus 7a or minus 11a, because if we start mixing them now, we may run into what we call directed numbers. And I think many of you may not have even heard that word before. So we are just taking time to introduce this simple algebra. After our simple algebra, I'm going to give you math videos on directed numbers. Then after that, we'll do directed numbers in basic operation. Then with your simple algebra, directed numbers, and directed numbers with basic operations, by the time you've learned this very well, we will now come back to algebra. Then it will not be called simple algebra. It will not just be called algebra. It's still going to be simple, but if you do your directed numbers very well, it's going to be very simple. So let's look into subtracting lengthy expressions. In subtracting lengthy expression, I have something like this. In mathematics, you go in maths, you can even have longer expressions than this. But we are just doing this. If you can solve an expression with 4 terms, even though you find 7 terms, it's just the same process and you have your answers. The same thing when you have subtraction of lengthy expressions, you can subtract just the coefficient. These things are called coefficients. You can just subtract just the numbers, or you break it down step by step. If we use subtraction of the numbers straight, we have 17 minus 6 to give us 11, minus 2, that will give us 9, minus 3, and that will give us 6. So we'll have 6v. If you break it down, 17 minus 6v will give you 11v minus 2v minus 3v. 11v minus 2v will give us 9v minus 3v. 9v minus 3v will now give us 6v. And this is your answers. So now I'm going to drop an assignment for you. Do well to go to that and the assignment before your next videos. When you do assignments in mathematics, it helps you know that math better and get you ready for your next math. Thank you. This is your assignment on this for this video. This for adding lengthy and this for subtracting lengthy expression. Remember, after now I'm going to drop the answers. Do not look at the answers, just pause and do this assignment. And when you're done, then you now go for the answers. These are the answers. I hope you got them. If you didn't, just use the answers to do your corrections. Please do subscribe to this channel so that you always get notifications when I post new videos. Always like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it, share it to your friends, to your loved ones, and it will help us to really produce better videos for you. Thank you.